Are you familiar with learning and behavioral disability? What about deficits in cognitive functioning? Maybe some of you are familiar. Hello everyone, we are the Group 5. In this video, we are going to discuss about learning and behavioral disability and deficits in cognitive functioning. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's start with learning and behavioral disability. A learning and behavioral disability is a reduced intellectual ability and difficulty with everyday activities. It is a disability that impacts a person's ability to effectively recognize, interpret, control, and express fundamental emotions. A brief review of the past studies reveal that etiological factors related to learning and behavioral disabilities fall generally into three groups: organic and biological, genetic, and environmental.
Here are some examples of learning and behavioral disabilities. Dyslexia. Dyslexia is a common learning disability that affects a person's ability to read, write, and spell. People with dyslexia may have difficulty recognizing letters and words, understanding written information, and expressing themselves in writing. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder or ADHD. ADHD is a neurodevelopmental disorder that affects a person's ability to focus, pay attention, and control their impulses. Tourette syndrome. Tourette syndrome is a neurological disorder characterized by repetitive involuntary movements and vocalization called tics. People with Tourette syndrome may have difficulty controlling their tics and may experience social and emotional difficulties as a result.
Common signs that a person may have learning disabilities. First, problems in reading and writing. Second, problems with math. Third, poor memory. Fourth, problems paying attention. Fifth, trouble in following directions. And sixth, clumsiness. Seventh, trouble in telling time. And thus, problems staying in organized.
Let me introduce to you the most common treatment or intervention for learning disabilities and behavioral disabilities. And these are the following. First, multisensory structured language education. Second, phonics instruction. Third, regular reading and writing practices. 4. Assistive technology. And lastly, therapy. While in behavioral disabilities are medication, behavioral therapy, parenting skills training or parent education, lifestyle changes, psychotherapy, and social skills training.
When we say cognitive deficit, it is an inclusive term used to describe the impairment of different domains of cognition. Cognitive deficit is not limited to any particular disease or condition but may be one of the manifestations of someone's underlying condition. It is also used interchangeably with cognitive impairment. It might be a short-term condition or a progressive and permanent entity.
Here's are the examples of cognitive deficits functioning: difficulty remembering stuff, changes in behavior, difficulties with typical everyday duties, trouble learning and retaining new things, difficulty coming up with appropriate words, trouble understanding written or spoken information, difficulty distinguishing between people and locations, problems with vision, difficulty speaking, agitation, and mood swings.
Cognitive symptoms are common and can be caused by a brain or spine tumors, effects of medications treatment, other health conditions, and sleep issues. If you have difficulty seeing, it may influence your ability to read and write. Cognitive symptoms can make you feel exhausted, overwhelmed, stressed, anxious, depressed, or sad.
This is the intervention or treatment that could help to improve your cognitive function. Studies have shown that playing games, playing an instrument, reading books, and other activities may help preserve brain function. Being social may make life satisfying, help preserve mental function, and slow mental decline. Memory training and other cognitive training may help improve your function. It is critical to remember that most children with learning and behavioral challenges are just as intelligent as the rest of us. They simply require instruction that is suited to their individual learning styles. Learning difficulties are not always straightforward to identify. Because of the large range of symptoms and profiles, there is no one symptom or profile that can be used to diagnose a problem. Children who may not have learning problems may nevertheless encounter some of these issues at different periods. When your child's ability to learn specific abilities is consistently unequal, it's time to be concerned. Teachers may help students succeed in school and beyond by understanding more about learning and behavior problems in general and child learning issues in particular. While some children and adults with cognitive deficiencies might just require a little assistance at home, others who may have more severe problems might require more assistance. Early on, a child's development of self-care abilities should be the primary emphasis of a parent or other adult caregiver. It is useful to be aware of a child's developmental capabilities so that reasonable learning and adaptation expectation may be made of them and so that the right supports can be input in place to assure their success.
So here's are the benefits for learning the behavior, disabilities, and cognitive deficit functioning. By understanding the different types of learning disorders and their signs, you can pinpoint the specific challenges your child faces and find a treatment program that works. Fosters a culture of respect and belonging. It also provides the opportunity to learn about and accept individual differences. It provides all children with opportunities to develop friendships with one another. Friendships provide role models and opportunities for growth, raising awareness. Through disability awareness, the misconceptions and stereotypes surrounding those with disabilities can be brought to the forefront. When these are gone, attitude and behaviors become more positive and impactful. Digging deeper to create a better understanding is a powerful way to raise awareness.